what the hell happened at the end of that session?
Not it.
Well, we got escorted to this bridge area by the Lizard King. Forgot his damn name.
King.
Back through my nose. Yeah, the Cannibal King. And wasn't his like Philin or something like that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Philin Wardlow. There it is.
Yeah, Philin Wardlow.
And so he told us this would be the quickest way for us to gain access to an area by which he had a special magic device that had a little map. It's like a holographic map. And on that map, there were points of interest that in order to get this magical device working again, we'd probably have to go visit and investigate and figure out what was going on. So we get to this bridge, we begin to cross, and then we get attacked by these mermen. And after a few minutes of fighting, something flew across the sky. We thought it was a massive dragon, and it began to eat or fight some of us. Yeah. The merman jumped in the water. We tried to book it for our lives before this flying dragon landed, and it kind of flew away out of sight. And as we approached the end of this bridge, a more massive dragon was in front of us. And here we are.
As you guys were introduced very swiftly, very quickly, and without hesitation, this massive, dark-esque, black, shadowy dragon coming out of the mist immediately just spews a flame in your guys' direction, smothering the immediate screen in front of you guys in this black ichor of a cloud. You guys can't see through it. You're not initially coughing. You notice that it's not seeming to pick up or transfer any kind of poisonous effects, but it is very dark. Rolly, you, who are furthest away with, I believe, minor illusion? Or not minor. Yeah, is it minor illusion? Or is it one of your...
I have minor illusion.
Duplicate, something like that. Whichever one you have on you. You have something on you because you're duplicating
That's
right now.
a cantrip, so sure.
I think you used another one that's active for like when you get attacked. Mirror image. Sorry, you have mirror image up.
Mirror image.
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
you still have that up. So there are 4 rollies kind of hanging back.
I thought I was invisible.
You could be. That could be why you're glowing.
I think
Yeah, I thought-
Yeah.
I thought you were
that's how I
invisible.
dodged yeah, so he didn't attack me right away.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah. That's the red filter on you right there too. So that's the invisibility. So you are invisible, and there are 4 of you hanging back. You see this massive dragon land and just breathe out this huge black smoke. Josie Lynn, your spiritual weapon is still up, so you still have effect over that. Rolly, you also notice immediately as that happens that everything else has jumped off the bridge. There's no Cabro, there's no Mo, there's no lizard folk or whatever was attacking you, merfolk. You just hear quick flashes. How do you respond as you cannot see your friends currently? Imagine like darkness is currently casted over them. You don't even see Josie Lynn's light at the moment. It's snuffed.
Can I see the dragon?
Yes, you can see the dragon. You just don't see it anymore. Like you see the dragon over like the smoke. It like blew a low kind of like condensed cloud over the bridge, not necessarily like the entire area in front of him. So you still see his movements.
Okay, so there's like smoke.
Yeah.
There's 3 bridges. Across the room, right on the water.
So you want? Oh well, you are invisible, so you want to try to sneak by.
Yeah.
As you move forward, please start.
So let's go. Oh,
All right, nat 20 coming in. As you start walking and you get closer to approach, you see this just massive. It's like it's not a black dragon. It has like this purplish hue to it, and you see over its wings there's like these blue and purple glows coming out of it, and it's quiet. It's very quiet as you get closer to it. Do you continue under it? How do you go about passing it? Like you're going past it, but you're seeing
It's
like.
up in the air, right?
No, it is actually landing. It is right there on the dock in front of them. It probably its feet go probably about 10-ish feet up with an angle at the knee, at the joint, at the knee basically, and
How big is this thing? Is it like 2 stories tall?
it's like maybe 3.5 stories in length, and at the current height of it, it's probably about a story and a half. But it could be taller. It's just like crunching down at the moment, kind of surveying the smoke. There's a smoke filter there. It's just the light's not really showing so much.
I think it's like 10 stories compared to the size that we are.
Oh yeah,
so.
for I guess everyone but Wolfric. For you particularly, it's like this is like this is Monstro.
I would kind of wait a little bit so that perhaps like when it's not looking in my direction, I try to like run past it.
nice.
I'm tiny, so like,
Okay,
maybe it'll notice. I'm invisible and I'm tiny. I got a lot going for me, so
you got it.
trust it.
You got it. So as you're moving past it, you do get a really good look at this thing. Outside of its physical nature, there's this smoky fixture to it. Imagine dry ice and you're kind of wavering it in the air. Good breeze, and you just keep seeing kind of the reflective response going off of it. Well, that's what you see, and it's almost like a blur or like a shadow, a displacement, I guess would be the proper word. You get past it, right past the end of its tail, and you realize you didn't see your ally. You didn't hear your ally. You walked right past that dragon through the same area in which Josie Lynn and Wolfric stood, and neither were there. Wolfric and Josie Lynn. As you guys were face to face with this being, and this black cloud of smoke came over, what Rolly didn't see prior to her movements was what happened inside. I need both of you guys to give me Constitution saving throws.
Oh boy. Oh yeah.
Well, Wolfric, you are skipping into. You got you got no sense of feeling in life right now. You are tapped. Just so you know,
Pretty
you
much how I
see-
felt before.
Pretty much, yeah. Your entire life since you've been to the Hollow, in one day. So, Seelin, you see Wolfric's reaction. This is not your first time noticing this. This has happened before, quite a few times. However, this is worse considering that you're standing in front of what looks to be a full-grown dragon. What do you do, Joseph? You were the only one who could take an action. Wolfric is stiffened in fear. Oh, let me put your token back. I'm sorry, you're invisible. Your light is still bright in your immediate vicinity, but it does not shine on the outside. You notice that you are literally like within a cloud of sense that is dark along all borders.
Can I see
And,
Wolfric or
Yes, you can see Wolfric. You and Wolfric are within the cloud. You can see each other because of your light. It's like it's hollow inside. So the entire interior, exterior art is okay. You can't see through it. Just the cloud motion of the smoke or fog, whatever it may be.
Okay, so I'm kind of gonna look up and just be like, shit! And I'm gonna grab Wolfric and I'm gonna cast invisibility on both of us. Because I just, like, naturally, it's almost like I feed myself. That's kind of like my go-to. I'm like, let's just go invisible.
Okay. So
I'm gonna try to just.
You're gonna try to run to Wolfric, touch him, and then upcast it. You have to touch him, or do you have to just point at him?
Actually, I don't even think I have to touch him. When I cast it at a 3rd level, target one additional creature.
Alright, so you're gonna make a mad dash.
I'll touch him.
As you make a mad dash, you see this dragon react, and it's just like, it's coming in. Its maw is just swinging in your direction. You give me a dexterity saving throw. As you're just, as you're fluttering through, you're like, you're like that little bee trying not to get swatted. You see this maw kind of come and close over you.
Oh no!
As it does, everything goes go. Wolfric, give me a wisdom saving throw as you are still in fear and uncertain. You witness this happen as you look over your shoulder. And you snap. You realize you need to react. What do?
God. Well, I just saw her disappear into the mouth, right?
Yeah.
Oh, God. You know what? Would you say that I would be able to, now that I snapped out of it, use my feature to bend time and allow her to reroll that?
Right, how you do?
So I would grab that timepiece that was handed down from my father, and in my fear, I would grip this thing ever so tightly. Where is my spell?
Oh.
How do I open?
I got it. I got it.
open my card.
It's right there. That works. Yeah, you could on the tab. But if you double click, I think the icon. But it's okay.
Cool. So.
Are you looking for the skill that's up on the chat?
Yeah.
Oh, the Chrono Shift?
Yep. I have one left, saying I don't have this ability to use it.
Just hit it. It's right. Just click consume. Click the uncheck the consume. Yeah.
So yeah, I'd be gripping that tightly, and I would suddenly see the mitted hands stop moving as I'm just concentrating all my mind onto stopping the flow of time just long enough to maybe move it backwards or allow her time to react.
Okay. As you go in and you pull up your time watch and you see it do its little and time stops for a brief second and you quickly go about weaving it back to a reversal. You see the maw opening. You see the glow of Jocelyn and you see her expression. It is like, holy fucking shit. It's like, she's moving at the slowest pace possible, but it looks like she's getting hit by 1,000, mile-per-hour turbulence. And it's looking grim just in the reverse. And right when it opens wide enough, you hear something. And it causes you to halt. It's almost as if time stops twice. Wolfric! No! And it is in the tone of your mother's voice.
Oh shit.
How do you respond?
I bring the timepiece close to my chest with both arms. Kind of tears begin flowing down, and I'm just going to say, "Mother!"
As you scream back out in response, you hear this like rip, like this in front of you from your timepiece as you go to grip it and you hold on to it, and you see this like blue break coming from it. The timepiece splits into multiple pieces as if it was perfectly dismantled, and they're all just hovering in space next to each other, emitting this blue electric visual, and it just expands into this huge vortex in front of you, and it's just letting off this energy. You and Josie Lynn immediately your pods are time still effect. It's as if time itself has gone natural for you guys, and you feel this vortex going. You see the dragon's maw going back in the proper direction, but at a slow rate, as if you guys are in a displacement of time itself yet again. And you hear on the other side, with no vision, nothing but opaqueness and the bright blue lights, your mother's voice again. Wolfric, you better come now.
And without hesitation, I'm moving towards it.
So then you hear the same thing, and you have no fucking clue who it is, but they're calling out to Wolfric. And you are no longer, you're free to move. Josie Lynn is standing there in awe. Uncertain what to do.
I'm like, what?
You see Wolfric walking into the vortex and just like almost as if molecularly turning into smaller pieces of himself.
Bam. So I don't know where Rolly is, and I'm gonna be like, Rolly, we have a situation.
Rolly, give me a perception check. In Discord, give me a perception check also, and let me know what you roll.
Just to throw this out there, Josie, this would have been like the most reassured you've probably ever seen me move towards anything.
Wiggles, your perception's a +7 to whatever you roll.
Well, I rolled 5, so it's
what, 12? Alright, you rolled a 12. Roll. So for you, Wiggles, well, all of this is happening for everybody else that was in the moment, we'll say. You, well, we're off busy scaling the cliff. Not every ruffian or capable adventurer or Drake-owning animal captor has to take the roads, right? You're more of a do it the hard way. No worries. You're rolling a perception. So for you, Mr. Wiggles, you're out there hanging off of a cliff, going about the way across Crab's Leap. You don't take the bridge. Your bad things about it. You know better to go across things that kill people. Even if you don't know what it is that's up there. You just rather know. You're a smart man. You're hanging along this cliff and you come around this little lip. You see down below an interesting thing. With 12, you definitely see there's a lot of fog, so you're definitely within this mist, and you can see this huge, darkish hued blob and purple mixing light, and none of it's very quick. It seems as if it's just kind of in a stature. There's the purple is much smaller than this massive black beam, but it stands out because it's glowing. The glow extends out across the mist like it's bouncing off of the water droplets in the air, creating a much more broader spectrum. And you're probably about 210 or so feet up on this cliff. And you know that there's a bridge down there somewhere, but from up here you can't technically see where it is. What are you doing on this cliff with, what is the official name of the Drake?
Sprinkles.
Nice.
Me and Sprinkles are gonna find a safe place to try and figure out what the hell's going on.
You have a climbing speed matching your speed, so you are very capable. Your Drake is very capable. As you guys are scaling the wall, you can move about 60 feet in any direction every time I come to you. Okay? You were about 210 or so feet away. If you wish to move your full 60 now, that will put you 150 feet. With that, you'd probably be able to make out the back end of the bridge, meaning your side of the landing, as this bridge goes all the way across Crab's Leap, which you cannot technically see the other landing.
Okay, we'll do that.
Holy. With a solid 20. You, good sir. Here. Josie. You don't see her. The dragon is moving just as normal as it is. But you hear Josie Lane call out for you. On top of it, the dragon doesn't respond to that audio, to the noise. You know, it's not snapping at something. It's literally there, like patiently waiting in a sense. Literally, you know, for something, I guess.
I'm just looking through my inventory to see if I've got anything good. Could I light a candle and leave it where I am, sort of, and then keep going?
Sure. You want to quickly bust out a candle and light the wick and drop it down as you continue on. Do you want to move your full distance?
Sure. I'll use my action to set up the candle and
You got it.
move like 30 feet out.
You
Hopefully
got it. Josie Lane, what was your perception check of 10, right? Or was that your save? That was your save. Give me a perception check.
Let's go.
Very nice. You, Josie Lane, in this in the vortex standing before you, it's this thing has like a little jingle sense to it, and at the same time has this like cooling vibe. It's just like very beautiful, Rolly. Thank you. As that's the vibe you're getting from it, and within it, you see some kind of flame flicker, like a very small candle tip, like a sun.
I'm gonna go towards it.
As you walk towards it, unbeknownst to you, you cross the threshold. You and Wolfer are in a stone floored room that seems to have a circular shape. One second, I'm gonna switch you guys over.
Oh man. Hopefully it wasn't playing and time shifted.
Yeah. Is this something that you made, or is this something the dragon made? Like circulating?
It's a great
It
question.
happened as I was using a spell or a feature, so I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe it was amplified by the dragon, or
Could have been. You guys sound puzzled.
You guys appear in this circular stone room. Across from each of you are empty fireplaces that have this emitting glow from them. As you look next to your person, you also see that you are standing in front of one, each with a different emitting color. We have green, orange, red, and purple respectively. To your knowledge, it is just you guys. You see a stairway going directly down here, and what looks to be different, one could say decorations or purposeful works of art. There's a center pillar here. What are you guys supposed to do?
Do I see Wolfric? Like, can
You
I
see
see
each
him?
other. Yep.
So I'm not gonna move, and I'm just gonna look at him and be like, "What the fuck?"
I'm going to. I don't even register. She's talking to me. I'm calling out for Maza, Maza.
Just so when you see a different side of Wolfric today.
Like, I'm just
Where are you,
staring
Maza?
at him like,
Wolfric, you eventually, as you're calling out with no response, hear a little spittering voice off to your right, and it's Josie Lynn trying to get your attention, confused, flabbergasted in some sense, and you finally register that you aren't alone.
Have you seen a woman, little one?
do I know if his mom's dead or not, or like alive, or do
You
I
have
know that?
no clue. He has never brought it up.
Oh God! All right, I'm like, no, it's just you and me. This is not the time to get your mom.
I heard a woman's voice. Sounds like my mother.
Yeah, but could it really be your mother? Like,
The last time I saw her, I was using my my magics. I thought it'd be the same this time. Okay. Where are we?
bitch, I don't know. I don't know where you're at. You just brought us here.
I'm gonna cast
Your mom.
So I definitely noticed the glowing stuff on the.
You guys all notice the glowing fireplaces.
Cool. And what do these colors look like?
They seem to have some kind of general aspect of teleportation, assuming that's how you got here. Perhaps like a method of sorting. You're not certain if the colors actually matter, more as if it could be just for show.
Gotcha. Is there anything on the wall behind it where the color's coming from, or anything on the ground?
Give me an investigation check. What are you doing, Jocelyn?
I'm still just giving him the evil eye. Like, what are you doing? And why do you want your mom?
While this is going on, nice. We are going to the Van Queen map. Zooming in over here. By the way, this is Crab's Leap. I'm gonna start labeling it for you guys as you guys discover certain locations. I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner.
Cool.
And Rolly, you are on the other side. As you leave, how many candles do you have, and how many did you plan on leaving?
That's a good question. Candles. Oh, I have 12 candles. So, how many feet is it to the end of the bridge?
If you were actively counting, you probably walked somewhere around 120 to 130 feet.
Okay. So I'll place one every 30 feet.
All right, so 4 candles. Yeah. Got it. Right. As you, as Wiggles and Sprinkles are scaling down from this wall, Rolly, you absolutely notice them the moment they get in within fog favor, I guess we could say. You don't notice specifically that it's of a humanoid and a small drake, but you do see 2 figures. You imagine all kinds of fucked up things that could be out here. But they are heading ever so slowly, diligently toward the base where you are headed to. For you, Wiggles and Sprinkles, you absolutely see little lights appearing every 30 or so feet. And every time it's lit, you see a small little silhouette of a tiny figure next to it. And then it kindly vaguely vanishes. As you move ever closer, you are probably about 90 feet from the base. And you do see a small figure. It's too hard to make out the race of it, but it is heading your way. What are you two doing as you guys are heading toward each other? Within the next 15 seconds, not like real time, but imagine as you guys are climbing down and walking forward, it would take about 15 seconds to get within 20 feet and be able to see each other clearly. If either of you guys wish to do anything before, that's true. Oh, you're invisible. Yeah, that's okay. That's why perfect. Then I described it almost perfectly. You see the little you see the little lights appear. You don't actually see what's leaving it behind. Wiggles.
I thought you did that on purpose, but awesome.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
I said
right?
silhouette, but I realized it, so it all worked out.
Yeah, I would try and get a good look at whatever this figure was that was headed my way. I would try and be to the opposite side of the bridge that it is coming towards me.
Okay,
At.
give me a stealth check, and Mr. Wiggles, what's your? Oh, let me see. I'll check your passive.
I got cut out. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, well, we need to be at our character. Well, since we're on the main map, we can't access.
Oh yeah. Do you see just like a main map on the screen because you're looking at the check?
Yeah.
You guys are technically sorry. I can think 1 second. Wisdom's a.
I'm gonna let Sprinkles run towards the light.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough. For your roll, 19, easy. Wait, no, that. Never mind. Oh, Rolly, can you get to your character sheet? Do you need me to drop your token?
No.
Oh.
I rolled a 17 on D&D
Okay.
Beyond.
Perfect. Yeah, you get past him. His was a 14. Oh, yeah, his was 14. So as you walk past him, you see this stray kind of like a. What kind of nature would you say Sprinkles is? Wiggles, is he like a pet? Is he like a hound dog? Is he like a hunter? What's his natural behavior? Like if you tell him to go get the candles, is he playful? Is he serious? How is he at with this posture?
He's more serious. He's like a hunting companion.
Okay.
Nice.
How would so explain how he would approach the candles? Oh, the first candle.
He would run up near it, and as he got closer, he'd slow down and start to investigate.
I'm gonna go ahead and give him a perception check. $18.
Damn. Nice.
You see, Mr. Rose. What?
Ooh, it beats my stealth.
I'm trying to think if how you would communicate with it. I know it takes your commands, but I don't believe it to be telepathic, even though you summon it. So, let me make sure. Did I summon it? Appears is bound to you. And obeys your command. Oh, what type is it, by the way? Like, is it acid? Like, what element?
We'll just go with fire for now.
Fire's good.
Yeah, can't go wrong with fire.
That's like the most.
Okay, so as
that are weak to things.
As it investigates or smells about this candle, stops. You see Sprinkles immediately honing in on something. You don't see anything, but it's watching something, and you see it ever slowly move closer to Rolly's direction. Rolly, this thing is getting about 10, 15. It's getting close to you.
What is it?
It's a drake. You've seen drakes before. They're like little Komodo dragons. This is kind of what his looks like.
So I can tell it smells me. So I know it's
but it's not. It's non-aggressive because it seems to be just investigating.
Is it like the size of him? Or smaller?
Yeah. In retrospect, it's probably about the size of Rolly.
Yeah, Rolly would just be like,
"Yeah, I'm friendly."
Wiggles, you randomly hear out of nowhere a little goblin voice saying, "I'm friendly." How do you respond?
I don't know what to do.
How does your
I keep moving the other way.
how does Sprinkles respond as Sprinkles keeps going closer and closer towards something with intent?
Does he know how to speak dragon? Because I'm pretty sure Sprinkles is a little agitated.
Well, you command
don't
him; he
speak- I
follows
don't
your
speak
orders.
Dragonland,
So you
so-
only told him to go to the candle, which he did. He hasn't done. He can't technically take any other outside action unless you speak and say so.
Okay, well, I tell him to relax for now.
All right, as you have him stand down, you Rolly, do you stop retreating backwards? Because technically he doesn't see. Oh, only the Drake sees you, but you
Yeah,
do see
I
Wiggles.
would get about 30 feet or so, from the drake once it stopped, and since he called it off, I'd be like,
There's a dragon that way. You should go this way.
Mr. Wiggles, real quick, describe yourself.
I'm a ranger and I'm looking for gold. I don't know.
Like your race.
and like, what's your physical to spirit?
Yeah,
Like,
High elf.
okay.
So you see an elf in
How are you
nature.
dressed?
Yeah, how tall are you? Maybe eye color, hair color, that kind of thing.
Roughly 6 foot, brown hair.
So you get about twice your size, Rolly. Basic stature.
Twice or so.
All right.
Everything looks bigger to you, but it's really not
My
twice your
elf
size.
friend. Yeah, the dragon will eat you. My name's Rolly. I'm your friend. Come on, this way.
You can't even see. You just hear this way, and other than the fact that your
it's
Drake
this
is staring at
disembodied
something,
voice.
you have no
Yeah.
fucking clue what this way means.
I'm just gonna follow the
Away
candles.
from the candle.
Nope,
He's
I'm
like-
going for the candles.
Oh no.
He goes toward the candle and he
Those
picks
are
up the
for my
first one.
friends. Stop. Don't put them out. Please.
You hear
Invisible
you hear a
too. We're
pleading
all
disembodied
invisible.
voice.
Everybody's invisible.
I
How do you
leave the
respond?
candles alone, but I keep following the candles.
As you continue following them, you probably go about 60 or so feet ahead, and you do see something very large in the distance, and then it takes off. You see it just, and you see it kind of go into the air as it slowly becomes a
Oh,
lighter and
shit.
lighter gray. You don't
Oh,
necessarily
shit.
see what it is, but it is pretty fucking big in regard to its mass. How do you respond, Mr. Wiggles?
I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna ignore it.
Okay. Mr. Wiggles keeps going forward. Rolly, do you pursue or do you allow him to go to his death?
I'm not gonna stop.
Well, that's happening. We are back with
I'm going the other way. I don't want to
the
die.
other two. You watch a madman walk on out forward.
I have message, so if my friends, I'll get to like 120 feet away.
Okay.
and try and find somewhere to hide. So I can watch them come over the bridge if they make it. That's what I would do. So I'm not gonna run away, but I'll get far, a little, within message range. So that way, if they're coming across the bridge, I could message them.
Yes, sir.
If I have to.
Got it. For you guys, Wolfric and Jocelyn. Wolfric, due to your previous investigation, you came to notice a couple things. There is a door. Well, did you walk around or were you just kind of looking in your immediate vicinity?
Just in my immediate vicinity. I haven't walked around yet.
Outside of the stairs that go down, you hear some kind of constant mechanical gears behind the walls. Like a thing, like little springs, like there's some kind of mechanical clockwork mechanisms going on the back end of this, whatever it may be. Okay. You also notice the architecture. It's something of a particular era that was very fitting to your original home. Both of your parents were fans of not just the past, but the present. And they would always find ways of combining the two currents of things, like their current studies and then the current fabs at the time. And this room, this shape feels very familiar to another room you'd been in at a younger age. Not the same size, not the same layout, as that previous room was more of a study, but this seems to be a similar architecture.
And do I see how I got here?
You assume to be the fireplace behind you. Same for Jocelyn.
Okay.
So while he's like just marveling over whatever he's staring at, I'm gonna kind of call out to Rolly because I know within the last before we entered this place, I know that he was relatively close to me. So I'm gonna try to call out to maybe see if he could hear me.
Okay. You yell out Rolly. Wolfric hears you calling out, and then Wolfric realizes, oh shit, where's Rolly?
Yes.
But otherwise, you don't hear a response.
Oof.
Damn.
At this point, I would walk around and try to see if there's a way out of the current room after having recognized stuff on the wall.
There's a door here. It is open. You see that it looks to lead to a stairwell.
Okay, and it goes down. I haven't gone to it yet. So.
You technically have back to, but you see the doors open, so you see the stairs, and as you quickly, take a better look in that direction and poke your head into it, you notice that it does go down, but the only way is up.
Okay. I'm gonna move over to Jocelyn. There's a door here, but we need to try and find Rolly.
No shit.
I just reacted. I'm sorry.
And I'm gonna ask him and be like, "Why did you take us here, or like who took us here?"
I don't know. My watch did this.
Don't blame it on your watch.
It was daylight savings time.
Facts.
And like these light things, can we?
Mm-hmm.
Is it something you can touch, or is it just floating lights?
Try to touch it. It's kind of like a ethereal flame like thing. It doesn't give off any heat. You were standing in it obviously previous, like a second ago before. Well, you probably are still in it if you haven't moved. But it was just like around you. You don't actually feel any immediate, touch or sense. Which could be you're
So
kind of
I'm
like into the fireplace though, if you wanted to. You're just on the outside of it where it kind of is flickering outward.
so I'm just gonna kind of like wave my hands at it and just see what happens.
You wave your hands at it. You being of fey nature, your hands go glittery. And then you pull them back out. You notice that when your body comes in crossing with this etherealness, you shine. But in like you're like a full here, I can show you. Give me a second. I gotta type it in. Yeah, like that.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
But only the aspects that keep coming in touch with it. It's just like like a Pirates of the Caribbean curse kind of thing. In the light, out of the light kind of thing.
What in the hell is that?
Oops.
Dude, I have no idea what's going on right now.
You and me both.
This is your world, not mine. Your watch, quote unquote. Are we in a watch?
Well, some of this is familiar, but I feel very at home here. We need to get Rolly. Is there? Shit. I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
That's a good one.
You
I'm
cast
just gonna
detect
bring
magic.
down my goggles, and as the goggles are coming down, they kind of just like glaze over with just arcane power.
Okay. As you cast detect magic, this entire place lights up. It is almost blinding in a sense. And you get every sort of magic possible. It's here. There's a little illusion. There's even a little undead, which is what's interesting. There's a little necromancy here. And you can't pinpoint, it's like everywhere. You can't quite pinpoint like the purpose of it. You can't, some of these things are just blended in together. You hear and sense the clocks on the other side of the wall are enchanted. They're all operating on some kind of automation, magic type sense gestures. These are all things that your family was constantly piling research into. It wasn't just a watch company. That was the front of the business. The real money and grand favor and the name came for the benefit that you brought to all the wizards. Not you particularly, but your father and your mother and the company in front of them. But then it all took it away.
I have a bad feeling about this. But let's open the door.
I'm gonna be like, okay.
And I'm gonna step
He
through it
says,
into that stairwell.
Okay. As you step into the stairwell, the stairs go down in a spiral manner. It is a very sleek, calm type of stone. There's no design. There's no beveling. There's no markings. It's not even scratched. It's as if it was magically carved. It is flush and perfect. As you look at the stairs, they too are in very fine shape and only go down. However, at the same height, about 15 feet across from you, the entire gap of this pillar, is another door. But you didn't see another door on the other side, in which you guys are currently standing within. You could go down, but you can't see basically directly beneath you as the stairs go spiral continuously under each other as they overlap. Uncertain how deep it goes. You can go down a little if you wish.
How high does this go?
It goes up about 15 feet, in which it has a steeple top and just the two doors, the one you were standing in and the one directly across the way.
Yeah, I just
Puzzle.
right. And you said there's like a darkness that I can't see past.
Oh no, it's like the stairs, they go under each other at some point, so you have to like walk down to continue seeing further ahead. You could see about 22-ish feet, with no interruption, but you really don't know what's down there because you can't, it's just stairs at the moment.
Okay. And it's a 15-foot gap to the door across.
Correct. Mm-hmm. But the stairs directly beneath the door are about 10 feet to give you a sense of steep.
Okay. Josie, do you have a way of getting there?
I have no idea.
Your wings, anything.
My wings, yeah, but
Well, put them to use.
ooh,
Rolly!
looks like a bad idea.
Again. See if he can hear us now.
Here's some echo in the background.
Rolly and Wiggles. Both of you guys give me perception checks.
Ooh.
Okay.
Rolly, your voice isn't
I got
cracking at all anymore.
19.
No, that's my son. I'm co-DMing with him running around right now. If you guys hear like little screams and stuff, it's not Rolly.
I could put some in.
Yeah.
19 plus whatever.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
That's a 26 for you because it's a +7. Yeah. You, Mr. Wiggles. Rolly, what did we get for you?
What did I roll? What's wrong?
I don't know. Perception.
Perception, sure. I'll just do it on DD Beyond. Not bad. 19.
All right. Both of you guys hear Wolfric and Josie Lynn calling out
Nice.
to you, Rolly, specifically. You guys hear it immediately in your vicinity as if they are physically in front of you, like they're yelling unnecessarily at you, but you don't see anything, and you literally might not have been lying in your head. You're like, see, they are invisible. You know, you're thinking like, here we are again. How do you respond?
I would just kind of yell out.
This way, guys, follow the candle.
You guys hear Rolly saying, "Follow the candle," and no fucking candle in sight. Wiggles, you have no fucking clue what's going on, but you hear like someone's there, like two other people are there, and God forbid maybe they are actually invisible. Like this guy might not have been lying to you. How do you respond?
Follow the dragon and start looking for footprints.
All
For
right,
the Drake.
all right. I would roll his perception, and are you just using him, and are you helping him for an advantage, or are you both individually looking?
I was helping him.
You got it. Advantage. That is a 17. He goes around, and the only footprints he seems to find belong to Rolly, and which is still invisible, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct.
I guess I'm gonna walk up to where the footprints stop and try and figure out what the hell it is.
Okay. Like, do you put your hands out? Rolly, how do you respond as he approaches you and just stands there and kind of makes intent of trying to uncover? You might be muted.
I mean, like as
you're right
he's yeah, I was on mute. As he's approaching me, I would move backwards.
Okay. Yeah, he sees your feet. Yeah, okay, so you guys are kind of doing like a shuffling.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Dude, I told you, my name's Rolly. I'm in right over
What's
We're
a
all hiding
rolly?
from
Does
a
it
big
make
dragon.
good bacon?
I think you saw it, didn't you?
Said, what's a Rolly? Mind you, Wolfric and Jocelyn, you absolutely hear this conversation. You have no fucking clue who he's talking to.
What? Okay.
You hear Wiggles
Rolly
saying,
talking.
"Does it? What's a Rolly?" Like someone is interrogating his ass right now. He's not alone. You think briefly maybe it's Mo, and then you realize that tone is not Mo.
Drunk enough?
Okay. I'm gonna yell out again. Rolly, go through the lights.
There's no light by you, Rolly.
Oh shit.
And Wiggles. Both of you guys are like, light? What?
Yeah, I'd kind of reply back.
What light?
Oh shit.
You guys are on the bridge, right?
No,
Over here.
we are in some kind of room.
Room?
Just
What
stone
kind
and
of fucking room are you in? Get out!
they're trying.
Try harder.
Wolfric, while you're in the room, what are you doing within? Are you just kind of like standing there having a conversation? Are you trying to go about anything else inside?
You know what? After trying to get Josie Lynn to go into or to get up to that area, and she can't, right?
I mean, technically, she hasn't tried.
Yeah, you haven't tried. You gonna try?
Yeah, I'll try it. I'm gonna regret this, but I'm gonna try.
Are you
You gonna do-
you have hover, correct?
Yeah, not hover.
I've
I
had
have.
so many characters die from that sentence.
right?
Yeah.
I can distinctly remember the last time I played, somebody said that and they fought a black dragon.
Oh God!
They're like, I know I'm gonna regret this. We shouldn't go in here, but I'll go in because you guys want to. And then they died, you know?
Yeah, it just says that I can glide at a rate of 60 feet per round. I have feather fall. That's what it is. Effects of feather fall.
Gotcha.
Would you be
Okay.
able to fall from the top of the stairs, maybe, or
I
no?
can actually fly too. So at 6th level, once
So,
per
yeah, that's
long
what I thought.
rest,
You could fly.
fly. Yeah, I can fly for 10 minutes.
That's actually a super good combo because if you get knocked out or something while you're flying,
Hell yeah!
it's really good to have feather fall.
So you going to fly?
Yeah. Why not?
No pressure. As you protrude your wings and begin to take immediate flight in the direct. Oh, by the way, in the Discord, I posted like a little drawing I did to give you guys a general reference of this column that you're in.
That's spooky. The spooky tower. A staircase into nowhere.
As you enough.
What's around them? Is it light or is it like?
It's an oddly well lit room, but there is no light source.
Oh, that's unnerving.
Yeah.
And while I fly though, like I give off like this little glitter, kind of like in my wake.
Of course.
It's multicolored.
Absolutely. As you go across and impress Wolfric yet again with your skills and ingenuity, you reach the door. What do you do? You're in front of the door.
Is it unlocked?
Open it.
There's no handle. There's no keyhole. It is a flush
What?
door. There is a hinge.
You're on the wrong side.
So I can pry it. Can I pry it like open or?
You can try to push it. You can try to pry it. If you haven't even tried to push it, I'm just telling you, there's no door. There's no hand. There's like no handle and no keyhole, but it's on a hinge.
Should always carry a crowbar.
Yeah. Does the hinge look like it would go in or out?
It looks like it would go out because you can see the hinge. Like it should come out toward you.
So I would need to somehow pull it towards me. And I'm gonna call down to him and be like, "There's a door. Doesn't have a doorknob. And there's no way for me to open this thing.
Just stab your weapon into it and pull."
Such a bad idea. All right, that's what I'm gonna do.
Rolly and Wiggles, you guys hear this entire thing, so you guys can absolutely get involved or throw in ideas, or you guys could even look around.
Focus on the footprints. And me and the Drake are gonna tag team trying to catch the footprints.
Okay, Rolly, as long as you are invisible, they are going to try to capture you. How long do you avoid them? You absolutely have the advantage because you're invisible. But you notice that seems to be their distraction. You last as an hour. You've probably been in it for about 35-ish minutes.
Okay. Where's the dragon? Do I see it? Or did it fly away?
It flew up, and you haven't seen it since it's flown up. So most likely it's flown away.
Hopefully. I'd go back over the bridge.
The other way
to see where they went. Yeah.
Okay.
This light is.
As you get to where your first candle was laid, you see it is toppled over. You assume it's because of the dragon that was probably close enough to batter it down with its wings. But there's nothing there. You could see
Yeah, I would
just
kinda
about,
call
up
out, like,
into where the fog breaks it, but there's no odd
Mm.
light of any sort or anything
Yeah,
in which they
I'm in
had
the middle
previously
of the
suggested.
bridge. There's no light, guys. Like, it's gone. Where are you? This
I'm gonna
guy's
knock
chasing me
on.
around. I don't want to do this. Let's go.
I'm just gonna like knock on the door to see if anybody can hear on the opposite side.
As you knock on the door, it opens. It creaks very so softly, like, "Err," and then it pops out enough for you to get your fingers on it to yank it the rest of the way if you wish to, but it doesn't open all the way on its own.
Okay, I'm gonna open it all the way.
As you open it all the way, you see another room before you, following suit about the same circular architecture. Give me 1 second, one movie, guys. Peering inside another room. Immediately to the north, you see this pool. It has like this constant running water from 2 directions. You don't know if it's like a jet bubble stream from below or if something is boiling it. Unless you were to get closer, you see 2 statues of cloaked images holding up what looks to be ancient priest weapons that look to be a double maul on the top end, making a T-shaped section with a very not pointed but rounded tipped base to the staff. You imagine it be using for basic battery or blunt force purposes. These are old. Not that either of you guys are historians, but everyone knows when you see old what old looks like, and this is absolutely old stuff. The pool before you is a gold-rich color. It does seem to be water in the sense of its visual. It seems to be very transparent, outside of the fact that it's some kind of light emitting from within it.
Can I notice the faces of these statues? Do I recognize them underneath the hood?
There are no visages sculpted upon them. They are
Oh.
flush, almost as if meant or never gotten to.
Okay. And this water,
Rolly, you can still hear them as they're like looking around and stuff. You guys can still hear Rolly and Wiggles and the Drake. You can hear the Drake sniffing around and making little animal-like noises, and Mr. Wiggles mumbling under his breath, speaking to his Drake, assumably.
okay. Rolly, you still can't see us.
No, I'm right in the middle of where you guys were. It's nothing
You
here.
approach the pool.
I approach the pool and look at the water. Do I notice anything odd about it?
Immediately, when you look into the pool, you see dragon. You see Holy. Let me get Mr. Wiggles. Okay. And Mr. Wiggles, and you see a elf individual and a drake following behind it. And you see an overhead view as if you were looking from a cloud. This pool is emitting a live feed. Rolly going around, and as he speaks, it's almost like not so much as goes or repeated, but more like amplified. Like you're like right in front of the speaker. Like you're in the room with the phone kind of thing. And you see Rolly looking around like, guys, I don't see anything. And you see him. Like you're like, what the heck? Like you guys almost have this ominous view overhead. New single coming out to the low ways. That was rich. That was awesome. As you guys see Rolly go into a solo performance, and Mr. Wiggles be the prompt audience. What do you guys do? You actually don't. You guys know. You guys do see Rolly. Mr. Wiggles, you don't. He's still invisible to you. But you guys see that massive nothing. That's perfect view.
Okay. Can I, as I'm seeing this, reach for my timepiece? What does it look like right now?
It looks like it normally does, except one thing.
It's 420.
There's something that's been changed. Your watch, which normally had a crown around it, that was handcrafted by your father. This crown he was so proud of to be able to get it to fit upon this watch due to its mass and its amount of metal he used. He thought it'd be too heavy for anyone to carry around. This day you've never put it down even once. It is heavy, but it's the work, the delicateness that went into it. That was no longer present in front of you. You see a new craft, more curvatures, almost as if it was made by a feminine type. As you think about it, you recall your mother's handiwork. It seems to be toward her signature. How could that have happened? It's welded perfectly upon your timepiece as if it was a part of it from the very beginning. Everything else looks the same.
Josie, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
I see what he sees, right?
Yes, when you look upon the pool, you absolutely see what he sees.
I'm like, yeah. Not sure exactly what we're looking at. That doesn't look like Mo. And that's definitely not a pet that I know. And that's not the dragon that we left.
Can I take a copper piece out of my bag and drop it into the pool as if I'm trying to drop it where Rolly is?
Absolutely. You take it out. You take a powder piece out and you drop it in the pool. As it hits the pool, you see, for the first time for you, Wolfric, but for Bristol, the second time, you see the same molecular effect occur as it makes contact. Mr. Wiggles and Rolly, you hear this entire brief, observing conversation. Some pool, some view above. Above you guys is nothing but probably the cliff's edges and more fog. No dragon, no pool.
Does it look like my companion here can hear what I'm hearing? Like, is
He seems to be absolutely zoned into the current circumstance, yes.
okay, so I can tell that he's hearing what I would look back. I would kind of shout out to him.
Yeah, those are my friends. They're somewhere. I don't know. They're visible. Not here.
I'm gonna climb the cliff and try and get a better view because I can't see anybody.
Okay, you head back out to the base and begin climbing. Rolling. What do you do?
Since they're not here, and there's no sign of them, so I can hear them. Yeah, I guess I would keep looking for clues on the bridge, supposedly. Either where that light was,
As you immediately look among the bridge, you see a copper piece at your foot.
Whoa!
You guys see Rolly bend down and pick something up.
Yeah, I would pick it up and be like,
Hey,
Broly, is that a copper piece?
Yeah. It's pretty shiny. Did you drop it?
I did, but I don't know how this works.
What? You said shiny.
You're not like
I
in a different
hope the
dimension or
Drake can go
something.
get it.
Remind me, are you? 'Cause if you are, please tell me how to get there.
Wiggles, you also are intrigued as Rolly starts talking about riches and unspoken treasures and definitely wants to get involved. Wiggles, your ears perk. You and the Drake kind of look immediately in the vicinity and realize maybe staying closer to this guy might be more beneficial than breaking distance. You never know when he might go to. What do you guys do?
Well, I left the Drake there hoping he could find the little guy, but I climbed up the cliff. I don't know what to do now.
From the cliff view, you don't see anything of importance outside of the fact that below is your companion and newfound associate.
Time to jump in the pool, guys. Time to get wet.
I'm gonna jump in.
Or Jocelyn, without even announcing, dives into the pool and breaks into a more wiggly level. Jocelyn, give me a Constitution saving throw. Jocelyn is going through this. She is being haunted by the term awa for whatever reason. She just keeps hearing awa, awa,
Can I
awa,
happen to
awa.
like give her a little tune or like give her powers inspiration?
You have no clue that she's jumping in because she didn't announce it. Otherwise, I would have allowed him to sing.
Facts.
Too bad.
I'm gonna go get into some water real quick. You guys discuss a plan. You guys can hear each other. Jocelyn, you are. We'll get to that in just a second. But Mr. Wiggles, all you guys just drop out of me. You guys gotta figure this one out.
Is she no longer invisible?
No, I never went invisible.
It was the little goblin dude who's invisible, and I think he still is.
Then I might be able to see this one.
I wonder if did he say that you jumped down? That you were all the way down on the bridge? I'm having trouble figuring this one out. Yeah, she did. I don't know what's going
I
on.
did, but I don't know where I went.
I'm trying to figure out a way to open this damn portal up again.
If you could do that on command, it would be really useful.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna go into my secret dimension. Bye. There was a character that I was and we had that as like a party thing. Gym we could step into, and each side of the gym was a different.
Oh, dope. So it was like the what's his name's mansion or whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but like super upgraded, like on that room. It was pretty cool. So we could travel anywhere. We never go to go inside the gym.
That's sick. I was thinking, what if I throw my timepiece over to you guys? What the hell would happen?
Throwing magic items through magic portals.
I know.
It's the thing breaking.
Now to
What is it? Like you put a portable hole inside a sphere of destruction or something like that.
Oh yeah. Collapse the universe.
There's like special teams of arcane wizards. Their job is just to stop you from doing that. You're so
Hey, Wiggles, what sort of like special features does your character have?
I have no idea.
Yeah, you should have like you should have gotten to like select like a favorite enemy.
Dragons are my favorite enemy, and I can speak
Nice.
5 languages.
Yeah. That's awesome. Oh yeah, absolutely. You are gonna have a good time now because we done ran into 2 dragons at level 6.
Giving us a dragon hunter character is probably even better than a goalie.
And with those rolls you got,
I can speak Common, Elvish, Dragon, Fae, and whatever a chieftain speaks.
Okay. Infernal.
is that Infernal? Yeah.
Yeah. I speak common goblin and orc, but I do have the spell to speak languages, so I could theoretically understand languages.
I don't know. I haven't played much. I have 50 health.
Yeah, it's pretty dang. Considering I got like 29.
That's about what I have, but I have close to 100.
So what are we thinking as a game plan? Let's see how this goes.
I saw Josie jump in without consulting.
Dog is definitely gonna catch the fairy.
What was the outcome of that?
He's missing in action now.
Do I know where I'm at?
We'll get there.
Oh, that's not good.
She has fairy fall, so
Feather balls? Feather balls. Yeah.
I'm going in. As much as I want to explore, I am alone by myself. Not in a place I'd like to be.
Alright. As
I follow suit.
You know the coin label. So
As you head in to the pool, right before you make contact with the water, you hear your mother's voice again. Come quick! Do you like fall? Or do you try to freeze?
Oh, we lost you. Not at this moment. I think so.
Yep. Dude,
Right on the cliffhanger. I want to know what she said.
What your mom said.
his kid ages
Oh man, those strong teeth, dude.
I worked in a tech lab for a little part-time as a video editor. We had the tech lab in this area with computers, and this one girl kept bringing in like broken laptops and giving them like 0-star reviews or whatever. And it ended up just like instead of fixing her computer, they just wired it like the ground and just
Oh my god.
You're like, oh, board's broke, you can't fix it.
It like totally froze up on me and I can't get it back on, so I'm on it. So Wolfric, you fucked up time and space and everything froze. So
Yeah, you're like your mother said, and then you cut off or like.
Or did you stop?
I absolutely froze at the sound of her voice. I moved toward it.
Then she finally stops saying Wolfric and she changes it. She says something you haven't heard in a very, very long time. Not something so much that you'd expect it to be heartfelt, more than it seems to be of purpose. But you hear her speak out. We need to find the Latcher. The Latcher for your immediate refresh, is a particular individual capable of making very unique and specific locks. They can make a lock for anything. They can break any rock. How they do it, no one knows. But the Latcher, well, you've never met him.
Where do I find him? Where do I find you?
You feel like a long pause, like a brief, period where maybe contemplation. You're not quite certain. You feel this brief comfort, though. Not a hug, not an actual physical connection, but a calmness through your body, a stillness. And then you hear someone else. Wolfric. You hear your father, his normal stature of demand. It's never a, how you doing, son? It's always, son.
Absolutely.
You hear a Wolfric.
I drop
Better listen to your mother.
to my knees.
You don't find the Latcher boy, then you're no son. And he's serious. Like,
Oh, yeah.
he gives you the most impossible tasks and then will disown you if you fail. That's his way of motivation. That has always been his path of, I'm going to make him the best son ever. And you feel this disconnection. You no longer feel that immediate comfort, but you do feel braver. You feel more confident. You feel more courageous. You're not alone. You thought you were lost. Turns out it's them. And you have to find the Latcher.
I'll find him. I won't fail you again. I am sorry.
You get nothing in response, but you assume that after all this, they probably.
Okay.
None of you guys hear this. Outside of Wolfric's and you guys only hear Wolfric randomly sputtering to some individuals. You hear him. I think you said. Did you mention dad or mom at all during your response? No. Okay. You guys just hear him responding to something and not coming through the pool.
After this, did I notice any change in the room at all after I stopped hearing them?
No. Still this mysteriously comforting location. Uncertain where it is, how it is, and what it is.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna move back to the pool. Can I see them again?
You do. You actually just see Rolly and the Drake. You don't see Josie Lynn, and you don't see the Owl.
Okay. Now I jump in.
As you jump in, you too, give me a save. Constitution, please. Rolly.
Yes.
What are you doing as 5 minutes pass?
I mean, yeah, I guess 5 minutes. I would spend at least kind of residue, anything that might lead me to the nature of how they disappear. Be it, some sort of, I don't know how spells work. I would just kind of my time. Or something that would lead me to where they left from. I wouldn't try and get too far away because I wouldn't know the range of, how I could talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't hear them for 5 minutes, even though I would try.
Like for 5 minutes, no one's present. you hear only Wolfric. You don't hear anything from Josie Lynn for some time.
Well, I knew they did something physically. I can infer that.
Correct.
Like, oh, we dropped this coin. Hey guys, where'd you go? Oh, well, you probably jumped it, you know? Or you went through it. I got the coin there. Yeah, we'll put that together. But, yeah, 5 minutes. I mean, this other guy's still here with me. And our elf friend. I guess I would drop. Yeah.
You're dropping visibility?
Yeah, I'll drop invisibility. And then kind of like just announce myself.
You're like, I'm here. And are you?
Oh, the dog is so excited.
So,
Well, his, like,
now
he's
an
like,
individual being
doesn't
present
eat
for you.
me.
You see a very tiny goblin in retrospect from where you currently are. Your companion witnesses the same but takes no action, as its last order was to fetch coin.
Yep.
Josie Lynn and Wolfric. You are the two best friends. You are the two best friends. And with that, you are together yet again. This time, there is no map. There is no space. There is no immediate. Wolfric, this is what you would call the beyond. You've been here.
Great.
What? You've been here once when your parents showed you the success of their work. And then you were there a second time when you were young and snuck into their workshop when you weren't supposed to. That is when you first encountered this pocket watch. You have never let it go since. Give me a history check to see if you can remember how they got out.
Oh god.
You feel lost. You get it. You understand that something is meant to, be, but you just can't think of it. You are so mind fucked right now that your entire family basically just reappeared in your life after not.
And do we see each other, right?
Yes. You are standing in a void, very black void. There is no ceiling, there is no floor, there is no right, there is no left. Just the two of you, perfectly lit, no light source. And Wolfric is just standing there and just like stunned. Like he's just frozen.
I'm gonna yell out for Rolly again.
They hear you now. Rolly, you hear Josie Lynn yelling out to you, even closer, almost more amplified than previously.
Right about then, I'm sure the Drake tackled him to try and steal the coin.
Nice.
Okay. So you throw the coin, and the Drake is happy with its fetch. What is your guys' plan now?
I'm gonna get my
There's
Drake
more?
back so I can get my coins.
Rolly, give me an Arcana check. They have to be here. That's all you know. They have to be here. You just don't see them.
I keep looking.
But you don't see them. That's what's driving me nuts. They're like yelling in your ear. They have to be here. And you just not coming. Wiggles. You, from your end, don't see anything either. Because you're way the fuck up there at this point. Wolfram and Josie Lynn, you guys are still in this opaque void. You guys can move around. You guys put your hands out and make contact with nothing but one another.
Okay. I'm gonna grab Josie Lynn's hand and I'm say, Rolly, where are you? Speak to us.
Yeah, at this point, I would use minor illusion to just like
You guys hear everything as if he's like right next to you.
Okay. I'd like to as I'm holding her hand, pulling her, I'm gonna move swiftly towards the sound. I'm gonna concentrate on this loud music thing going on.
Okay, as you focus on this loud music going about from Rolly's performance somewhere amongst you, you begin walking and you hear a tick, like a pull string, like a zzz, ding, and you see like a slit, like a knife cut through a knapsack that you guys had over your head, that just peered out to light, and upon in front of you is the bridge. Let me get your token back over there. You guys walk right out, and Rolly right behind you, jamming out, playing his tunes, doing what Rolly does best.
I think we're out. Rolly! I pull out my timepiece. What's it look like now?
It still has your mother's new crowning.
Okay.
But it is now back to proper time.
Okay. I'm gonna focus on that for a second, and then look up and see this weird Drake thing. I probably haven't seen him before, have I?
No.
I have no idea what this is. What the hell is that?
It's friends with the elf over there.
Do you guys see this elf?
You see Elf. Are you still hanging out up there, or are you coming down to join them?
I was gonna use Misty Step, but I don't remember what it does.
So you can instantly teleport to any platform you can see within 30 feet. So when you get within 30 feet of the ground, you can just Misty Step the rest of the way and just boop, boop, appear there.
Nice.
Yeah, I was gonna do that and have the Drake try and catch the shiny fairy.
Okay, the Drake seems to be intrigued by you, Jocelyn, as it shows much curiosity. It sniffs and it can't, for some reason, pick up anything for whatever reason to it. It doesn't understand. Mr. Wiggles approaches you guys, see about a 6-foot tall elf walk up and seem to be the owner of this here Drake before you.
More like, whoa.
I don't believe I've ever met an elf before, but hello, I'm Wilfred. Nice to meet you.
Ranger. Rangers.
Did you track us? Were you sent by the Cannibal King?
No, I was just kind of looking around. I heard there was treasure.
You're insane. You're goddamn insane.
I heard there was treasure. It's worth a dragon.
Wait, you're a dragon hunter.
He's got balls.
Sometimes, if it's profitable.
Well, that is an elf I like on my side.
While they're conversating, can I like go over to the Drake and kind of like pet him and see if he'll let me ride him?
Yeah, I mean, it technically is in complete. It is really under control of your location, Mr. Wiggles. So if you allow it to have a calm nature, then Jocelyn can be around it, but she couldn't possibly command it unless you told your Drake to obey her, basically. That's how your companion works.
I'm gonna tell it to chill out because she doesn't look like she's made of money.
All right. So he relaxes his posture, and you can touch him. You feel like you could be friendly sorts, but it doesn't respond to you in any sense of trying to ride or mount.
Well, Mr. Elf, what is your name?
Mr. Williams.
Mr. Wiggles. Very formidable name. Well, I believe where we are headed, there is lots of treasure. If you'd like to join us.
I will say no more. I'm following you either way.
That is not spooky at all.
And I'm gonna be like, one condition. I want to ride your Drake.
Sold. He likes shiny things.
So I'm gonna get on the Drake and try to ride him.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, with ease in the sense of it allowing and working in your favor, give me an animal handling check with advantage.
Oh god.
As you're obviously you're intently trying to ride it like you're in control, even though, you don't, because you don't understand.
Hey, there we go.
Nice. Yeah, you've got a good handle. You sound like perfect scales that fit your feet and hands, and yeah, you're ready. You're like, oh yeah, like you feel badass, like a chick on a motorcycle.
Damn dirty.
We're going back up the cliff now?
Before that, have any of you heard the name, the Latcher?
You, Rolly, girl. You know what? Yeah, you absolutely. You've been part of the organization for a bit. Yeah, you don't know him personally. You've never had business with him, but you know that he's called, huh?
He's a person.
Yes. He is called upon when no one else can get in or out. That is how it is phrased amongst the. Oh yeah, basically yes.
Well, it kind of makes sense that Rolly would know him because he knows this gun, which is kind of like how you break in through doors. So I'm guessing he's somewhat heard of his exploits if he knows a little bit of it.
Yeah, I've heard of him. I haven't never met him, but yeah,
A few voices inside. I don't know if we were teleported to some rooms, and they had more rooms, but inside I was told to find the Latcher.
well, I mean, after we do this shit for the cannibal king, I could get you in touch with him.
Sounds good to me. Just don't let me forget.
That's a word.
Well, if where I was any indication, very large sum.
Secret intentions. Yeah, sounds like the Latcher to me. That's what he was.
Well, do cross the bridge and continue for
Let's
now.
try not to get killed by the big dragon today.
You got it.
Or go the opposite direction. Yeah. I mean, if the elf wants to hop the dragon, fine, but we're gonna go this way. Dragon,
I'm following you guys. You guys know where the treasure is.
That's true. So if we
Right.
had to cross the
Besides,
bridge,
I have your ferry.
cross the- That's very true. Yeah, we go down towards the Way Road. That's what we're going to.
Mm-hmm. This is true. So as you guys finally successfully in one piece cross You then find your path up to a little I guess for a lack of a proper description, it's like a ravine entry or entrance that breaks out into growth and the forest ahead. You know you guys will probably be going up an incline for a bit of some time, and as you do so, it's probably about an hour walk. Do you guys take any break in between this time, or do you guys continuously travel? You guys are on?
I would ask,
You guys want to chill for a bit, or should we just go the whole way?
I mean,
A refresher, your guys' goal is to get to one of these X's.
yeah.
I mean, we gotta conserve our energy. You know, we don't want to be like, if you guys are stressed out after fighting a dragon, take a little nap. You know.
I wouldn't mind taking a
I could-
quick rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll use
Okay.
I'll use a thing here. Let's see. What is it? Gotta go to my features. Song of Rest. So if you or any friendly creature hear your performance and regain hit points at the end of a short rest by spending one or more hit dice, each of those creatures regain an extra 1d6 hit points. Okay. So if you roll hit dice, you get plus 1d6 because I'm gonna play you Song of Rest.
Cool. During this short rest, I'm gonna use Arcane Recovery.
Okay. What do you have to tell? Like, I don't know exactly how it works.
So I regain up to half my levels in spells, I believe. Hold on, I'm gonna link it.
Very nice. That's really useful, actually. You can be a lot more.
I'm gonna
You can be a lot more
meditate
liberal with your
and have the
spoilers.
dragon walk around, Drake walk around.
Okay, so Sprinkles is
You can
gonna
have him
be
like
the scout.
guard the area. Yeah, that's a good
Yep.
idea.
Got it. Okay. You guys see Wiggles kind of go find a spot to
Is there like a
meditate.
cave? Is like a cave or something we could along
Yeah,
the
well, it's like a
coast?
conclave, like a little overhead that doesn't exactly
Yeah.
close, but it gives you guys some shelter from above. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys like right on the cusp of where you guys would go into where like the forest location that's probably more well traveled, probably just another couple miles ahead, just to get through this basic area. And then so after you guys rest, within the next, hour after your rest, you guys would probably get somewhere more, I guess, familiar for you, Rolly, particularly.
Okay.
Not that you don't come through here often, but weather changes changes views, basically.
Sure. Tide makes it look different.
All right. So
Yeah,
are all
short
of you guys
rest.
all of you guys like, is nobody taking watch other than the Drake, or are you guys
The
kind of just
Drake.
zoning out and doing your thing?
Oh, what do you think about that? I'm took a rest. Yeah.
I mean, it's still daylight, right?
Yes.
Well, she's resting on the Drake. Is she keeping watch?
What's you up to, Josie?
I mean, I'm good, but I don't know if I'm that good. If I'm resting,
Okay.
I can like keep one eye open and like rest.
I guess it
Alright.
depends on
Well-
what the definition of short rest is. You know, how do you
It's
Yeah,
1
like do I
hour.
have to sleep?
1 hour of like
You guys don't have to
sleeping?
sleep. No, you could just chill. Just any light
Okay.
activity. But if you guys are like
Alright.
twiddling your
Yeah.
thumbs and focused on your thumbs the entire time, then you're obviously
Yeah,
not
we'd
looking
just
around.
be kind of like playing a game of cards or something like that. Yeah.
Rolly's probably cheating you
Yeah,
guys
and
out of
I'm
some kind of something.
yeah, and I'm
I
just
wouldn't
riding.
cheat him out of any. That
You give it back, but you do it because you can.
I'd give
Principle.
it back if I did.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're trying to teach them, and they never learn.
That's true.
I'm gonna carefully jot down everything I saw inside, like little diagram of the room with the runes and the fire and stuff like that. Just everything that we just saw in that room, and I jotted down in my book.
You got it. Absolutely. You take pretty simple, vivid notes. It all felt very fresh, very familiar, very known. With that, you guys come to a simple rest. The Drake doesn't notice anything of substantial importance. There's no passerbyers following the same trail, no dragons flying overhead. The mist has come to a settle as the heat from the sun is starting to burn it off. Your rest is complete. You guys head out for about another, I'd say, 5 or so miles further up. You guys are going up like a steep incline, but it's paved in a hiker trail type manner. It's been very well traveled, as this is the Smuggler's Way. With such, you guys come to a common trade path. Rolly, you know this location. This is one of the, I guess you could say, segments of the well-known Merchant Mile. The Merchant Mile, for references. Actually, I can go back to Vancouver real quick. What's on the map is this dotted path that you guys see. You guys kind of came out this way and worked your way up into a small little patch right around here. The Merchant Mile connects the 3 main settlements here on Vancouver, and it's been around for quite a bit. It's never considered complete, as warring factions and tribes in the wild take claim of the different sections in which you guys have come yourselves upon. There doesn't seem to be any current activity at the moment, but you guys can see the well-beaten trails of wheels in parts and wagons coming through here at previous times.
Mr. Ranger, does this look well traveled?
This looks very well traveled. I guess there aren't any dragons.
You think it's safe to continue?
I sure hope so.
Well, the dragon flew up, so keep an eye on the sky, and we'll go this way.
All right. I'll
All
just
right,
keep
I
walking.
think I'm the fastest, so it's okay.
Nice. Well, would you like to scout ahead and see if you come across
Nope.
any man tracks?
I'm definitely curious about why the fairy's sparkly.
I just look like this. I woke up like this.
I'll just continue walking.
Okay. Continue walking.
Yeah,
Gonna be
I would
kind of
keep an eye out
oblivious.
on the forest. You know, that'd be kind of a little bit of a little bit jumpy. There was just a dragon around.
Yeah.
So, you know, anything could really happen right now.
This is very true.
I'm still high on adrenaline, so I'm not really paying
I'm
attention
really
much.
relaxed. Is fairy dust worth anything?
Nice.
Not to the market in which you deal in.
Darn.
So what do you guys? You guys are just walking the path,
Yeah, keep an eye
walking the
out.
beaten road.
Can we notice what kind of tracks these are?
Yeah, these are wagons, trade wagons. You guys are seeing them all the time coming in and out of town.
Yeah.
The Merchant Mile, if really want to describe it to you guys, is probably the safest route into any town and settlement. Though it is still often attacked, it is considered one of the safest because adventurers will take bounties, guilds will take bounties, mercenaries will take bounties to come clear different locations that get accommodated by the wilds when they come in and take them over in random segments, whether it be a wild creature rampage or actual small independent tribes trying to pull a heist or whatever purposes may be at the time.
Rolly, have
Yeah,
you
this
tried?
I'm gonna be looking
this is
for
the main
food
road.
as we walk.
We should follow it. We'll get to where we're going.
Well, let's go. Yep, I'll keep moving.
Keep an eye out.
Right.
Sometimes it gets attacked. Not always, but you know, it happens.
All right.
And can the drake fly?
It does not
Not
have
yet.
wings.
Like a lizard.
He's like a big dog.
So
Nice.
yeah, so I'm gonna not travel along the path with them. I'm gonna kind of separate myself just to
Okay.
keep a lookout and see if there's like anything in the bushes or just to kind of see if
So the
anybody
north or
tries
the
to
south
attack.
side?
Let's go north.
Okay. You head into the north bushes and go about getting stealthy. I'll have you roll the checks for being stealthy, if you wouldn't mind, Josie Lynn, with advantage.
Nice.
I'm stealthy.
Nice. You break through the bushes with not even a wisp. The rest of you see them disappear. What are you three doing?
Rolly would kind of see them
Looking for
sneak into
apples.
Okay, looking for apples.
Give me a survival check. Rolly, what are you doing? You saying?
Yeah,
You see Josie Lynn take
I
off?
see Josie Lynn sort of like disappear into the bush. You know, I would probably try and do the same. Like maybe not like travel right out in the middle. Kind of.
You got it. Okay.
Yeah.
North or south side?
That way, like yeah. Just so I'm north or south. North, I guess.
All right. You too. Give me a stealth check.
All right. Good.
Mr. Wiggles. What did you roll?
13. 13.
13.
Rolled a 4.
Oof. Rough. Okay. And then Mr. Wiggles for your survival, for your apples.
Hold on.
I was thinking of casting enhance ability, but I'm gonna save it.
You have a modifier of a +4 to your survival.
Cool. I rolled a natural 20, so
Boom.
Nice.
You find a
Nice.
dozen
Crit.
beautiful,
Your first
crisp
crit.
Granny Smith apples.
Found a bunch of
Drake
apples.
gets one.
You give one to Drake, you now have 11.
I eat one.
You eat one. You now have 10.
Anybody want to buy an apple?
Buy an apple? How are you gonna charge us?
Resourceful.
What? You were riding my dog. You wouldn't want to buy an apple?
Yeah, he's definitely a local.
Jeez.
Everything costs money here to locals. Nothing's not for sale.
All right. Well, you have 10 apples. And no sales yet.
I'm gonna
But we'll
store
check
'em
those
in my
numbers later.
backpack.
All right. You store 10 apples as you and Sprinkles enjoy a quick, crisp snack. You guys make a lot of chomping noises as you guys hear them just chomping about on these apples. Wolfric,
Nice.
as you were walking ahead, what exactly are you doing? As everyone but So far, you and the oddballs are not being quiet.
I'm a bit in my mind right now, so I'm kind of not paying too much attention to my surroundings.
Okay. You've got it. As you continue heading forward down the center, you guys can move your tokens about 30 feet.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been able to see the screen the entire game, so
I
I'm
can't
just
either.
trusting you.
You can't see it, Josephine? I know why he can't see
No,
it.
it's just black.
Oh, yeah, up
but
ahead.
I'm
Like,
going off
you
of
can't see
his.
what you're on top of? Oh, I get
can
what you're
see.
saying.
Yep.
I can see everything.
It's all black.
Oh, they probably have.
I'm just
their
using.
characters not
I'm
on
using
the
page
page or something.
to navigate.
I don't know how it works.
There is a magical inner. Wait. Yeah, how weird. On the stream, it shows like. Yeah, I can't even see past on Wolfrig's screen. Hold on, let me refresh the stream. Let me at least refresh my site. Wolf, you guys, can you guys see that there's a screen being shared in the Discord chat or no?
Yep.
Okay, so Wolf,
It
you
says
haven't been
live,
able to.
but it just shows a loading screen.
Oh, you probably can't buffer it. That's probably what it is. Okay, let me lower the coal, lower it to make it maybe easier to see. Oops. Oh, how do I do it? But let's see if this fixed on the stream site. It did fix on the stream site, so we're getting some problems fixed. I apologize. But nonetheless, that brings us to you guys. As you guys head on down, you notice that further up ahead, there seems to be, well, something off in the distance. You believe there are barrels just up ahead on the side of the road. Not certain why they're there, but you don't see any living entities amongst the area. As you guys move ever so closer.
I'm gonna send the Drake ahead to smell it out. Now I'm gonna hide in the forest.
Nice.
Okay. Give me a stealth check as the Drake runs ahead with you, Wolfric. Do you pursue with the Drake, or do you allow the Drake to go ahead of you, Wolfric?
I let the Drake go ahead, and I slowly make my way through the forest.
All right, call out your stealth when you roll it. Wolfric, what are you doing?
Just
He's sad
18.
because he's all by
I
himself.
know. I'm just I see it running past me, and I kind of just stop and kind of watch it run.
Okay.
I stand
You
still.
watch it run ahead as it comes to the barrels and it begins to investigate, one would say. Smells, sniffs the air, checks around the surroundings. It looks back toward you guys, almost as if waiting expectantly. Josie, Lynn, and Rolly, you guys are still very well hidden. As you guys ever move in, if you guys move ever closer, you guys all see the same thing. There's barrels, and then there seems to be more markings on the floor past the barrels. There seems to be other debris.
Yeah, I would move closer to it. Get a
As you guys
closer view.
arrive, you see what is an odd spectacle. There
Okay.
is a skeletal body sprawled across the floor amongst broken debris, and then there's vases and barrels, and on the floor is that some sort of mark.
What's the mark mean?
Bad idea.
I'm gonna run
We'd have to get closer.
towards the barrels at this point and kind of crouch behind.
Okay. You crouch behind it, and you see the scene ahead of you, and it's odd. You don't see anything other than everything that's still.
How dead does the skeleton look?
It is a skeleton. There is no flesh upon it.
Good question.
You have to get
I
closer
have the
to give it
Drake
a.
bring you a bone.
In this
You see the Drake run up, and as the Drake
That's
runs up
awesome.
and it pulls and tugs at it, you hear like
Oh
a
no! Get
and you
about.
see it pull off, and it runs off into the bushes to unseen guests, being Rolly and Josie Lynn, as it presents to you, Rolly, a bone.
Oh,
You may do a medicine check if you wish to try to age.
how? Yeah, I'll try. See if I can.
All right.
Dusty. Okay, 18. 18 on the medicine.
Very nice. This is not of recent. This is easily a handful of years.
Okay.
Maybe it was cargo. Maybe it was materials.
That guy's been dead for a long time. All right. Yep. Let's go. Not step on the ancient ruins. Let's not do that.
Did my dog find anything? I disconnected for a second.
No.
Darn.
They smelled around, and as they looked ahead, they just kind of looked back toward you guys to give you the all clear signal.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, seeing that this guy's bones have been dead for a long time, it's not like he just got yesterday. So, yeah, I would move up closer and try and investigate, maybe what happened here, or, if I can see if these markings are any kind of language of any
Ooh.
type.
Okay.
That's a good point.
As you look immediately upon the markings, it is a type of language. It's an archaic language in the sense that it's written for the sense of magic use, but it's not spoken. It's in like a type of literature empowerment to a spell.
Ooh.
It's one of the more basis ways of ritual casting.
Sure.
What's up, bro?
I'm gonna take out a drum and a little and I'm gonna cast comprehend languages. See if I can figure out what this is.
Can you put that in the chat? Let me get a little
Yeah. Absolutely.
verbiage.
Spell book. There we go. So I take like a pinch of soot and salt and sprinkle.
So do you
it on
touch
my
the
drum.
surface?
Oh.
Language you can understand any written language that you see.
That you touch.
You must be touching. Sure. Yeah, why not?
Okay. Oh shit.
As you go about it, and you shimmy your little green finger through the dirt, right up to the text, and you go about comprehend languages, and you need to give me a wisdom saving throw.
I'm gonna. What is it that's affecting me? Is it a spell?
No, it's not a spell. Like, why? What? You tell me, and I'll tell you.
I'm going to try and counterspell the effect.
It is not a spell.
Okay.
So you wouldn't think of it as like that sense. It's more of like a psychotic attack, I guess you could say.
I got an 8.
All right.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Not
Let's see.
good.
Let me see something. Whoops. I'm trying to affect a
Oh,
tile, and
boy.
I am clicking the wrong thing. Un momento. Boop. Doop. Doop. This is going to. Whoops. That is dramatic. I don't think you guys can see that, so it's okay. I'm trying to put it.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Okay. So, do you guys see that glow?
Yep.
Yeah.
Beautiful. As Rolly smudges his little finger across and makes contact with it, the ground immediately glows everywhere this marking is. Rolly, with your 8, your eyes roll back. They see you just kind of like look straight up.
Oh fuck.
And this is the weirdest Rolly they've ever seen, as you just have this very possessive vibe going on. But inside your mind, Rolly, you see quite a few things. The first thing you see is a conversation. The conversation is not audible. You see motions, you see movements, you see one's gestures toward another. There's anger, there's tension. One of them is a very tall figure, probably about 7.5. They seem to be of hybrid nature in the sense that they're not just elf, but you can't quite make out what their other race is. You hear a crazy scream pierce through the back of your mind that takes you to the next. Before you can make out the image of the second figure, you feel a yanking. You are now witnessing the second thing. The second thing you witness is the floor in which you touched. The entire situation of these markings on the ground don't speak a language, don't read out to a language. They're empowerment runes where it's the shape and the line art that aids what it is one is casting. You are understanding this for the first time. This is not something you've known before, but it just comes to you in this alien-like nature of knowledge, just offloading into your mind.
Yeah, what do I learn?
3 of the runes
I get like
make
superpowers
complete
now, right?
sense to you.
I
Yeah, like rolling your eyes back and looking like you're crazy, that's a superpower that a lot of
Yeah.
people might want.
I go like Vecchio to death? Yeah, great.
You pick up 3 runes that you completely understand. The first one is support. When you read it and see it and watch it kind of being written out, you see it glowing, kind of like you're filling a mold with a substance like hot lava or something that glows, and it's just like going up and making the entire perfect impression. It is more of like a sense of support drawn out like beams, like it's holding up something. Its purpose of being there in this ritual circle is to back something, if that makes sense. It's very specific in what these markings and these little ruins are to you. So you learn that that's what the support rune is. Then the next one you see, this one has a bit more of a spiral-like view to it, but it's almost as if it's trying to sphere itself on a 2D surface. There's like purposeful embezzlement into the sand to create little extra side dunes, to create that extra texture. As you notice this, you do see across the rest of the runes in general that each one is almost meticulously laid out. These are not accidentally or hastily drawn. These are deliberately placed, deliberately done in a specific manner. And that brings you to this understanding of this rune. You see it as the control rune. This rune is what's allowing everything to communicate. Now, you're not grasping 100% of it, but you're picking up what these individual runes' sole purpose is as it's intermingling with this design, I guess one can say. So you learn the control. The third one is a key. Its sole purpose is pointing in the direction of a key, or the key subject, or the key object, or location, or the purpose, the goal, the particular thing in which is required to solve. So you learn with the key. So you understand the support, control, and key rune. The rest of them kind of try to speak to you, but the information is so vast and so fast that your mind is almost mushing in some sense, that you're absorbing it all, but it's piling on to a point where it's
I
filling.
got jacked into the Matrix.
In some sense.
my
It
brainstem
splits
is
in
on
front of you and the
fire.
colors come to a fade. Your eyes roll forward and it goes dark. The third thing you see is within yourself. You see yourself throwing a performance like you normally would. You see the circus behind you. You did it. You got him. The contract is yours. But you see something that you didn't notice before. The circus tent behind you yields a marking that matches one on the floor. Not one in which you know. It has a squarish design to it that seems to overlap itself in multiple different forms of polygonal shapes. Not in a flutter or a cluster, but more in a purposeful platform-like stack. You didn't realize it until now. With that, you guys all see Rolly just throw himself to the floor in exasperation. He's just like taking a deep breath like he hasn't been breathing this entire time. Rolly, you feel like you're blue in the face. Your fucking head hurts, but you are a hell of a lot
No.
smarter.
What the hell happened to you?
That fucking hurt.
That didn't look
Yeah.
normal. What happened?
I read the runes. Fuck.
You see it come to a calm as the light no longer emits itself and relaxes in front of you.
So what is it?
Yeah, I would try and recant somewhat of what I learned, but I don't know if you would even be able to understand it. You know?
He's
It
speaking
just
like
come
some
out as,
mad
gibberish,
scientist.
basically. Yeah. You would hear things about the support and the columns, and you'd be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Okay. Are you all right?
Ah.
I've been better. I can tell you that.
That's all right. You can ride the Drake. Let's keep going. Where's some money?
Jeez.
Wolfert, do any of those ruined names mean anything to you?
I would ask him, I would recount, at least the major things, the major names. And
So
if it rang a bell.
you understand that the term rune mattered. So you would refer to it as rune support, rune control, and rune key. Wolfric, give me a history check.
Bum, 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 bum. Hey.
Yeah.
Josie Lynn,
That's why we asked the smart guy.
you absolutely know exactly what he's talking about.
Oh.
But the floor does not show the runes he's talking about. Runes, Wolfric, you recall a little bit, but Josie Lynn knows more. At the moment, Josie Lynn hasn't spoken about it, but she hears your conversation. From your knowledge, Wolfric, runes is of a Fey ancestry art. It is something that they would do among their lands to enchant the world around them in a passive sense. They would mark anything and everything of importance with support runes or control runes or key runes. Those are the only ones you heard from Rolly, so those are the only ones you repeat back, as you actually didn't know any of the names because you're very limited on research of it. But the rumor is that runes are used in the Feywild to keep it separate. And it's a unique way of magic where they are using the magic of the earth around them instead of the magic one must place, so that it is more permanent in nature.
Wait, can I read it then?
This particular marking on the ground does not match that in which they are recalling. Everything Rolly saw actually doesn't match what is on the floor in front of him.
Okay.
It was something to do with the reaction of the spell. Jasper.
For you, Josie, you know more than that. You know that rune art is really what it's referred to, as it is markings upon objects of importance to the culture that a Fae feels connected to. In your brief time in the basics of understanding in your own innate manner, you too have practiced it. That is how most of your kind would learn the arts of magic, is by casting it upon the earth, where you're not really casting it, more like you're marking it to emit it from the earth. These runes pull, so as if it is the the land around you that is casting instead of you. You are not the source, basically, which is a natural before method of someone consuming the magic or the Fey-Res, as one would understand it,
Nice.
themselves to be able to cast magic. Those who are innately with it are because they have been born of the land. Those who have learned it through training were given it because they basically they were given it by someone who can control enough to teach that thing, to pass it on to another. It's not just textbooks and hieroglyphics. There's a lot more soul work into it, as one could say.
I'm gonna relay the message to all these guys.
So does that mean we're close to something that has Fey powers?
Josie Lynn, you wouldn't necessarily say that it means a Fae did it, because you haven't ran across a Fae that's ever done anything like this. But
Yeah.
it not being in the Feywild is probably more of a concern. And the fact that these don't look like the markings that Rolly spoke of. You, Josie, there's a full list of runes that you do know, and I'll send you that list. But you know amongst the top 3 that there is escape, flee, duty, fortitude, and a couple others. So I will send you that list now that it has come up. But for what Rolly speaks of and what you see on the floor is a completely strange runes, if you wanted to even consider it a part of rune art.
Okay. Well, I suggest we continue forward carefully.
Very correct.
As you guys leave, Wiggles, give me an investigation check as you go about checking the vases upon your passing. And then call it out. You might be muted.
I'm here.
Okay.
It's a 4, so I hope I have a really big.
Wonderful.
You have a +1. So you pop in to look into the vase and you see nothing of interest. Not to say that the vases themselves aren't of value. You don't necessarily want to look around a 45-pound vase that's at least 4 feet tall.
It's full of centipedes.
So as you guys pass on, you guys continue heading down the path. Who's leading the pack, or who's like the most active, perceptive? Hey guys, over here.
Did I take any damage from that? My brain.
You didn't, but do you want to? Does your brain hurt that bad? I can roll dice.
My brain hurts.
I just wanted to know if there was any lasting.
I'm just kidding. Other than the fact that you have a basic migraine, you're still kind of reeling through the information, and the first vision was the most outside, I guess, considering that you have no understanding of who you saw, what you saw, or where you that was probably the most oddest thing, because at least the second thing you witnessed was what you thought was in front of you, and then the third thing was something that you think of yourself already. You know what I mean? So for you, you're probably thinking going between the 3 things that you somehow experienced from touching it, but you didn't take any special effects outside of that.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I would still be kind of holding my head, and I would try and stay in the middle of the group at least, so that I probably don't have all my wits about me. Bad of a headache.
I'm gonna let the Drake go full speed, and I'm gonna keep looking for apples.
Okay.
Nice.
Due to
Unless
your previous
you guys want to buy an
expertise,
apple.
roll me 3d6 and let me know the result. Josie Lane, you being on top of the Drake, just feel the Drake head off forward, losing all sense of stealth as it just dashes along. In doing so, that leaves you dusting the rest of them. But it's okay. Give me a second to set up the next map. The rest of you guys are hoofing it still.
Yep.
1, 5, and 6.
13 or 12? Like 12.
12.
You find another dozen apples.
Wonderful.
A place. Rolly, I hope Mo's doing all right in the bottom of the ocean.
I thought he was making churros.
Him and Gabra. God.
Wolf, that is in a separate squad.
Oh,
That
I'm
right.
so confused.
No worries. We'll catch you up. Yeah. You guys now bring up, I wonder what happened to that guy. But nonetheless, as you guys continue forward, let me pull up the world map, show you guys, give or take, where you guys have gotten to. You guys have a little token. I made the most impossible to see token for you guys. Right here. If anyone can ping the token for your guys' actual party, you'll get an inspiration dice. Wrong.
Ooh, we have to guess.
Wait, that's what the whole point of ping means.
Right here.
Wait, what are we pinging again? I was just pinging.
Wherever your guys' team tracker was, it's technically
like
not
around
in
here.
view. But that's why I'm asking if you guys remember where.
I think it was like over here. Oh no, over here somewhere.
I
Close,
feel
close,
left out.
close.
I can't even see.
It's true. He's been having
You could have
trouble.
guessed, but it is here, and it is not visual for some reason outside of a random glow. But you guys have managed to make it across the way, just outside of a major entry, one could say. But before that, you see a structure. This structure that you guys come upon is none other than a very welcoming, very relaxing vibe up ahead. Farmhouse that looks to have a fresh harvest waiting. I'm going to drop your tokens real quick. And
Have the Drake investigate and hope the fairy's okay.
Are you still holding on?
Oh yeah. I have a pet. I have something that's like my size where I could ride it.
That is the life. All right, I'm bringing you guys over to Ron. Loading. Please wait.
Reticulating splines.
Let me know when you guys are all in.
It's a Sim City joke.
The things that they put at the bottom of the loading screen when you pop into your games, it's ridiculous.
I can't see on this one. It says I have no token.
That's weird because your token's right here. Can you guys see his token?
I can see it. Yeah, I can see everybody.
Not right. How about you, Josie?
Yeah, I'm
There,
good.
guys, I can see now, but I can't see anybody else.
All right, look, dude. You're getting some serious personal issues going on with Wolfric's eyesight. We need to fix this. Let me see. Tell me if that changes anything. No?
Nope.
Well,
It's all good.
I'll try to place you one more time. Let's see.
Could refresh, maybe.
How about now?
Just me in there. It's all good. I can see the map at least.
You can always follow on the stream. The stream has it.
Yeah, I have it up on.
How about now? Can you see them now?
There he goes. I see him.
Okay, I just
Yeah,
redropped
I
them all.
fixed it.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. So you guys all arrive on the north side of this gorgeous farm. It has a bountiful harvest about ready, and it looks like it's based off of the vines to be grapes.
Oh, that's not as good as apples. I'm not interested.
That's probably
Somebody probably owns those grapes. They're not free.
Neither
What
are
ti-
my apples.
Nice.
True.
What time is it? What time of day is it right now?
Probably like round 1.
Okay. Um,
Does the Drake smell anything?
Yeah, he smells a bountiful harvest.
No.
There's no real communication rules in there. Like, it can't telepathically communicate with you, so you kind of just get its gestures. It understands your commands completely, but it doesn't speak. I don't think it has a language other than what it can, other than understand.
I have no idea. I thought it was like a mini dragon, so I figured it spoke dragon.
It understands Draconic, but I don't think it speaks. But I'll look into that. If it does, then we can always do that then. But I don't have. I didn't read it in there in any sense of communication. That's what I was trying to find out earlier to better convey its emotions. But there is no tether or bridge in there for that, so we'll fine tune it. But
I'm lagging so bad I couldn't look it up for you anyway.
no worries. What are you guys doing here?
So, since I know the direction that we're headed in, would I know that the area of interest that we're heading towards is past this farmhouse, or is it at this farmhouse?
You imagine it to be past this farmhouse. One of the locations in which you guys were heading toward is in the thicket of a wooden, like a woods, like a grove within the woods.
Okay. And we would know that from that little holograph
What
thing?
you saw with him, yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we're on the right path. Shall we ask anyone here how to get there easily?
I think all you guys are like mouth dry and speechless. There are no NPCs for me to control, so I can't do any of that for you guys.
I mean, I would continue past this grape orchard, you know. If we're headed to, I mean, we have to get all the way there, right? We're not to our destination yet. That's basically trying to
Nope. It's just past this.
just past this. Okay. Yeah. That's, I mean, I try and
Alright,
not
let's
make
go
as much
bounding
noise
into
as-
the fields.
Right. I wouldn't like go up to the farm or anything, but
Okay. So let's get.
I would keep an eye out for motion. Maybe there's farmers. Maybe
Okay.
happens.
To keep an eye out, you see out on the balcony here to be an individual kind of looking out toward you guys. He waves. Doesn't speak, but he waves.
What does he look like?
He looks like a dwarven individual.
A
He's
dwarf?
stout. He's probably maybe from here 4 feet, you'd imagine. His thickness kind of makes him look more portrayed as a larger foe. But typical dwarf, just big and round. And all that weight keeps him short. But he's out there waving. Doesn't speak. Seems to have some kind of pipe in his mouth.
Is he friendly to fairies?
Too hard to tell from this distance.
He has a
Full speed ahead,
he has
Drake.
like a gay pride flag. It's like, oh yeah. Be awesome.
Hello, Master Dwarf. Your grapes are looking good. I'm just passing by.
As he like takes the pipe out of his mouth, you hear him kind of like, "Oh yeah, grapes do look mighty full and ripe, eh?" Kind of looks out. Is that all you?
Yeah, it's us and the lizard thing. Yeah.
I thought there'd be more sent to kill an old fool like me. Starts kind of chomping onto his pipe.
Oh no. We're not gonna kill you. Are we gonna kill him? Why would we?
Wait. How much is he worth?
You're a bounty
Well-
hunter now? Wait, I thought you were a dragon.
I thought you'd all tell me what I was worth, but apparently none of us know.
We're not here for your head. We're headed for a grove, a wood thicket.
Yeah, this way. Have you heard of it?
You telling me you think that there's a grove in the woods? Duh. I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
No.
Have you been there?
I've been here on my farm. Points over his grapes. Diligently working. Waiting. For what I thought was my death today. For the oracles
Today.
are wrong.
Oh, the oracle.
But,
Which one?
Which one?
Well, he's worth something, and the oracles can't be wrong. I mean,
I thought they were kind of like astrology, you know? You can listen to anyone you want.
What? Who knows what this guy's talking about? You guys are all fucking confused. You guys just started a conversation and he's just talking.
Well, we're not gonna kill you, so your oracle's wrong. You shouldn't have bet on whatever magic numbers were at the bottom of that fortune cookie. Because
Nah. Well, you're welcome inside. There's, mead. It'll warm the soul. He kind of throws his legs over this assumed bench that he apparently was upon. He wasn't even standing and didn't even look like it due to the hedge that was growing, blocking the bottom of the view, and he dumps over this way to the left of the structure and...
Yeah, for sure.
so do we get mead? Do we eat the guy, or do we go to the grove?
Eat the guy.
I mean, we could just leave, or we could go get drunk at the store, and Rolly's all about getting drunk with some dwarf. He invited us in. We were rude.
be rude not to go in and drink his meat, you know? Pretty hard.
Well, if it's a short
I'm gonna leave
stop.
the Drake outside to stand guard.
Nice.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Somebody's coming for his head.
Yeah, maybe we'll save his life and he'll repay us. There's money in this, maybe.
Yes. Finally.
Rolly finds money in everything.
You two sound like you make a great friends. All about the money. Well, like, this
Hey,
is not.
apples only
He
feed
is a
you for
strong
so long.
proponent of hustle culture.
I'll move towards where the dwarf went into and go in. Yeah, he was over here, down here on this balcony.
All right. As you get to the door is left ajar.
Look at that wraparound porch. God damn. This guy's loaded.
As Josie Lynn walks by, you see through a bunch of windows multiple rooms and bedding fixtures of the sort. And
Like a
Wolfric, you
winery?
see him sitting on the couch, having a drink.
Does he run an inn?
Who knows? You guys got to go in and talk to him to find out.
Yeah, I'd be in there.
What is your name, friend? I am Wolfric.
No. Wolfric.
Rolly, what kind of mead you got?
Well, we've got quite the slew, really. We got plenty of caskets and barrels down in the cellar if you'd like to go and take your pick. Anything on the house.
I've got I've got a strict no cellar rule.
Well, then you can have what I'm having. And he pulls out a bottle and he like slams it on the table, and it's you guys seen a Magnum bottle? It's like a 1 liter ish, kind of 1.5 liter. But instead of it being super bulbous like a wine bottle, it's more of a very stout, wide drum kind of bowl, and has like a very top little moot point where the cork is in it. And he pops it off, and you see his real big dwarven arms just holding it up. You know, some ridiculous kind of feat. Like Wolfric, you would probably need 2 hands for this, and he's using 1 hand, and he's over here like, "Now, you all said you wanted to kill me." And he starts pouring respective glasses for each of you, and then he presents them. Tell me more about why you're here.
I would wait for him to take a drink of it first.
He has his glass in hand, and he picks his glass up, and he notices you guys' discomfort, and he's like, "Well, if you're here to kill me, why would I waste my time trying to kill you? Right?" And he picks one of the glasses and begins enjoying it.
Sure. Yeah. With that, I'd take a
Well,
swig of
I
it.
take a drink and I go, I have no friggin' idea. Lost my train of thought. I'm just drinking at this point. Let's go.
You friend, are you okay? The mead's got his tongue. I told you, this is good stuff. A ferry. He looks toward you, Jocelyn. I haven't seen one of these since my own passing. When he refers to passing, it's the travel between the Feywild.
Okay. I was like, what?
Josie, that you guys might be confused. So maybe you might
He's the
that way, but
skeleton.
you understand passing as passing through.
He is the skeleton. We stole his bone.
It could be.
He's the ghost skeleton.
It all makes sense. Wait, you're dead?
No. I thought y'all were here to kill me. No, I meant the Feywild. It's called a passing when you go to and fro.
Yeah. Why do you think someone's gonna kill you? Like, where'd you get this idea from?
The Oracle. Well, they captured me, questioned me, and they let me go. But they told me that they'll send someone to kill me when I'm no longer useful. I haven't been useful for 40 years.
Well, are grapes useful? Who's coming and how much money do they have?
I don't know. It was just an empty threat, I guess, at this rate. 40 years is a long time for a threat to linger.
And to this exact day, you waited 40 years.
Oh, well, I haven't considered that. Let's check my calendar. He kind of reaches under the cushion and he pops out what looks to be like a ledger of sorts. Let's see. Oh, whew, he blows it off and there's like all this dust. You see what looks to be some kind of moth insects fluttering out. Oh, there we go. When do you see my glasses? He's like looking around the room.
Yeah, I'd help him look for his glasses.
Anyone who wishes to look for the glasses, give me a investigation check as you guys try to search for them.
I'm gonna be looking out the window.
17.
Hey.
Give me a perception check for you Wiggles looking out the window.
Wasted my net
Very
20
nice.
looking for glasses.
Very nice, Wolfric. Wolfric. You see these glasses. They're guess one could say more like goggles. They're huge. The lens on them is thick. Before you grab them, you quickly come to conclusion that this guy is blind. Completely blind. Like, so nearsighted that you'd be surprised if he knew what was actually in front of him. He must have this place memorized.
He has
What?
echolocation. He's half
13
dwarf.
plus my modifier. I don't know.
Cave dwarf.
10. I'll get to you in a second. So,
Okay.
Wolfric, you grab them. You do come to this conclusion. So, do you hand them to him, or what do you do?
I'll slowly move the glasses like towards his face, like if I'm about to hand him, but I won't say that I found him. I want to see if he's
As you lean
sees
them
enough to grab
close, you kind of see him swipe. Whoa. Oh yeah, that's them. And he takes them out of your hand and he puts them on, and you guys see his eyes magnified by 100. It's just like these huge, just like what is that? Aunt Edna or some
Yeah,
sort
yeah.
like that, like a minion, but like normal-ish, I guess. Very old man gesture like, and he's just like, there we go. Yeah. Oh, you're a tiny fairy. Thought you were bigger. And you're a green fella. You're one of those goblinoid folk, eh?
Yep, that's you got me.
Yeah, must be all that greasy hair to make you a goblin. I heard if you don't shower, you turn into one of your folk. Never tried it myself.
Yep, exactly. We're all a bunch of neckbeard. That's what happens to us.
Yeah, I think that's some correlation. An elf. Hi. Awkwardly quiet as he speaks to the back of Mr. Wiggles, as Mr. Wiggles stares out into the window, staring at his Drake, who is enjoying a
No,
grape.
I was trying to figure something out.
No, you're good. I'm describing the scene. He stands up. He puts
Is he
the
gonna
ledger
look
back
through
into the cushion.
his documents?
No, he puts it back under the cushion. It stretches out. I haven't been able to see for at least 20 years. Good find.
What?
What the fuck? You fucking lost your glasses
Oh, yeah.
one day and couldn't find
20
it for
years.
20 years.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
20 long years. Just memory. When you live and be as old as me, you remember every nook and cranny. Yep. He starts drinking his drink again.
So,
Well,
how blind are you?
Well, I didn't know you were green until I got these on, so... We'll just say I see a bunch of miscolored blobs every once in a while.
Wait, is this rum homemade? How safe are we?
Well... Are you asking if anyone's found me?
No,
Is that
I'm
what you're...
asking
Go
if
ahead.
the rum has ever made anybody blind.
Oh, well, I lost my glasses in here, and I was blind for 20 years, so I guess you
Do
could
I
say
know
yeah.
Dwarves being poor of sight? Like, have I heard of
No,
this?
actually,
Okay.
absolutely not. This is a unique situation.
Not a common condition that has.
Without the
dwarves.
glasses, he didn't look blind. He didn't seem he seemed completely
Yeah.
comfortable. He seemed to know everything, and he doesn't have a walking stick of any sort. He
I mean, if he was here for 40 years, he probably traced. So.
who knows?
How did you not bump into your glasses?
Oh, where'd you find them, boy? He looks to you, Wolfric. Where'd you find them? You name it.
Oh, the deer that was hanging off the wall, it was like perfectly placed on the deer's eyes.
Oh yeah, I was trying to show him something. Don't have too many friends, and I thought he couldn't see either. Long night with the bottles, I tell you. I've got barrels on barrels. Yeah.
What are you
Thank you,
gonna
by the
do
way.
now that you can see?
welcome.
Well,
You
I might
gonna
harvest those
stay
grapes.
here? Yeah. Then what?
Take care of the field. Surprised they're still ripe.
Well, I did you a favor.
Oh, you're one of those folk. Yeah. Humans
Would you
they always
mind-
want something.
Absolutely. Would you mind helping us find the grove?
Well, I wasn't kidding you. There's probably one out there, but I've never been to one. Oh, I'll tell you what. Oh, I'll see what I got in the shed. See if that can help you. I don't know. Find it or something. Yeah, just follow me. He hops off and heads out toward the shed.
All right, let's go to the dwarf shed. See what he's got. He's got like a chainsaw in there. Like, oh, okay, this would work.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
He's a dwarf. Like, who?
He's like, oh, okay, well, I got a pulley. I don't know if that's any use to you. Got lots of hay. Yeah. Don't know where those horses ever gone to. Hey, since y'all here, I rarely get guests, but someone keeps stealing my goddamn cartwheels.
Cartwheels.
Like
Yeah, I had about...
the wheels for your cart.
Yeah.
Why?
You'd be surprised how often they break out here. Roads are real unruly.
Oh, they're worth money.
I guess, but
Yeah,
I lost
that
about
would be why they
8
get
of them in the
stolen.
past week or so.
Did you consider locking them up?
He like heads outside and he points to this one right here. He points to the one right outside the barn, and he's like, "Well, this one, this was missing one because someone stole it right off the cart. Can't even keep it on a cart. So no, I didn't lock them up.
Okay, well, who do you think stole them?
I don't know. They didn't kill me, so they weren't here for me. They were here for my wheels.
Well, if we find
Those
any
thieving
we'll
wheel,
let you
thieving
know.
cart,
But
thieving
you're
thieves.
gonna die today anyway.
Oh yeah. Have I
Oh,
made
now we're
friends with the
threatening
enemy?
him, huh?
Oh. Smart approach. You've already entered my home, my barn. You probably stole a wheel before you said hi.
Yep.
Very
Goblin
interesting.
Stole something. Yep, not racist. Yep.
What's your babbling on about? Sometimes I say I can't hear, so I can hear it again.
Rolly doesn't like dwarves.
We're kind of on a time-sensitive mission.
Oh, time. I like time. Hey, real quick, actually.
I'm gonna grab some water. Be right back.
My clock stopped working. I think the other day. Can you fix it?
Listen, friend, no disrespect, but I like time too, and you are wasting it.
Oh, only when you want something. Yep. Cussed that already, didn't we? Well, all right, boy. I'll tell you what. I'll give you my plow. You know, what I'm real proud of. He goes and grabs like a little plow for plowing the fields. And he hands it out to you. It's real.
Listen, I'm
grimy.
all about plowing the fields, but time is money, and the longer we stay here, the higher chance we have of getting his bounty.
Yep. That. No idea. But yep. He has no idea what you guys are talking about. He's just like handing you the plow.
I am not a farmer. We really need to get going.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll show you out. And he heads out himself. Well, I just wanted to say, guys,
I really thought you were gonna kill me.
We're not here for your head. Trust me, if you were going to die, the little green man would have done it long ago. He's not really keen on your kind.
Oh yeah? Couldn't tell. Thought we were friends. Huh. Goes to show what I know about the little green people.
He like looks at Rolly side-eyed.
Mm-hmm. I hope you enjoyed that. Mead, boy.
Well, I hope you stay alive. Maybe V can help you on way back.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Sure. If I'm still here, maybe. Maybe.
He kind of just stands there as you guys are walking away, all awkward and shit. So he's just like watching you guys. As you guys head away, are you guys heading back the way you came? Do you be going
No.
south if you're heading toward
We're
the
gonna
river?
pass through. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've gone the wrong way before too. Don't get turned around. Woods are that way.
As he calls out to you guys, right before you guys break sight. Does anyone look back? Let's just put it.
No, I'm gonna.
If nobody looks back, keep all of.
I was just looking for the Drake, trying to figure out where he was. So maybe I would look back, but I was looking for the
Okay.
Drake, not him.
Okay, if you look back, you see the Drake catching up to you. In such, you see a quick flash of light coming somewhere within the direction in which the dwarf was. You don't know if he's still there because you're no longer in view as the Drake scoops you up and starts taking you along. And as you're sitting backwards on the Drake as it's galloping forward, you don't see any light. You don't see anything left as the trees block the barn house. What was that light? Huh.
Oh god.
You head off, and that is what we'll pick up next session.
All right. He's dead. Dwarf
Damn,
is
we
dead.
missed out on the bounty. Should have fixed the clock.
A little bit more time, guys. I don't know. Oh, man. That was a fun one. You guys have all kinds of interesting ideas in all kinds of times. Oh, man.
That
was something.
That was some good lore stuff too, man. That was a lot of info we got.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't even know what to do with all of that info.
I know. Wrote it down. I was like,
That's
I'm
the
gonna make
best
something
kind of
out
info.
this.